This is another project that we've been kind of just working on. Again, my name is Bill White. This is my wife, Candy White, and we are part of the Greenwood Focus Group. And one of the things that we're looking at asking for funding for the Greenwood Evans-Fentu Arts and Culture Entertainment District. The project location is Main Street on the west side, IDL on the south, Highway 75 on the east, and Latimer Street on the north. So it's a pretty good sized area there. And we're looking at estimated cost of the project of $50 million with that request amount of $49.4 million for the project. $600,000 has already been set aside for the brownfields in terms of actually cleaning all that up, so that way you can get all that toxic waste out of the ground.
Okay. Hi, I'm Candy Whitley White. And basically, this is a collaboration of sorts. What you had alluded to before, Jeannie, the community coming together. There's a lot of effort sort of going on out there, but this is a way to kind of get all those efforts in one room, talking about the desire to see some economic development and things happening in North Tulsa. And I'm just a resident, my husband's a resident, I do something completely different. So we are just speaking on behalf of a community effort to see something happen and hopefully bring some revenue and bring some cohesiveness to something to happen in North Tulsa. So if you can go to the next slide. Piggybacking off of what Bill alluded to, kind of bringing back the idea of Greenwood and Black Wall Street. I, too, lived in Portland, Oregon for about 15 years with him. So I am used to being in another city. I have lived in other cities as well and has visited most major cities in the United States. And have seen other cities capitalize on this very thing, this Black Wall Street. Unfortunately, Tulsa has not caught on to that yet. I think it's time that we did. So this is a prime opportunity for us to go ahead and take this initiative and dedicate some resources to something that is technically ours. As much as we may not want to own it, we should. The project basically is we're not developers, we're just here to hopefully get money allocated toward making this project shovel ready, bringing in developers to make this project move forward in a more quicker, faster way. Oftentimes, developers may be ready for a project, but the infrastructure's not there, so they just turn away and go, and there you go, you got another 30 years of nothing happening. Next slide. So we know that the race riots happened. It's something that we can learn from, but the same synergy and organizations that was used to destroy this community is the same synergy and organization we can use to rebuild this community. And it's time that we did it. The time is now. And just like we talked about before, the community was burned down, the community was restored, the community was vibrant again in the 30s, the 40s, the 50s, and then of course we had that thing we called urban renewal and white flight. Everything went south. And then again, we were faced with another backlash, and we got what we have right now, a kind of desolate area, which is one of the priority investment points. Paying attention to some of those.
1 minute.
Those areas that has been kind of overlooked. And this is an area that has been overlooked, and we want to pay it some homage and attention. What can it bring? Economic development, of course. I know Blake is very interested in that. Tourism. Wherever I go, people want to know.
Wait, are we going to end up with a bunch of Braves fans here if we do this?
Well, I have to find a picture somewhere. This is just an idea. But tourism, like I said, everywhere I go, you hear, if I say I'm from Tulsa, they're like, oh, the Black Wall Street place. I'm like, yeah,
30
that's
seconds.
it. But where can I take them? What can I show them? What can we talk about? There's really no destination point to commemorate what happened or to show people about Black Wall Street. The arts, culture, and education component, this is something that can bring another facet of tourism to Tulsa. It can also piggyback off the districts that's currently in Tulsa and that are generating a massive amount of resources to downtown. You have the Brady Arts District, the Deco District, the Blue Dome District. You got every district that's thriving. What about the Greenwood District? It needs the same amount of resources and care and dedication as well. With all this happening, we are going to need some housing. We want young people to stay in Tulsa. We want young people to live in Tulsa, not Jinx, not Broken Arrow, not Owasso, nothing against those places, but where are they gonna live? They wanna live closer to Tulsa. They wanna live downtown. They wanna live near the action. North Tulsa is prime opportunity. We have all this vacant land over here and nothing is being done. So we want to bring some housing opportunity, some mixed income, some mixed use housing opportunities, and it's prime opportunity right here adjacent to downtown. The Evans-Fentube area is prime opportunity for that. The Brady Heights district is prime opportunity for that. We can do it. We definitely need jobs and sustainable jobs, definitely in the community. That's very important.